the emphasis is on winning the election. The emphasis is extremely strong. In fact, I would say one reason why Modi gave way 3-4 months before the election was he didn't want to be seen giving in just before the election. But he said, between losing face on the farmers' agitation and losing the UP election, I would rather lose face. So he did that at that particular point of time. I think that will be the same approach. So this is not going to be a reformist budget. It's not going to be a radical budget. It will be a budget which claims to be doing all kinds of things for every possible vote bank. I have no doubt at all that politics will triumph over economics. That's a general rule of all politics, and it is definitely going to be true right now. If you go back to last year, there were some very bold reformist kind of moves made by Nirmala Sitharaman. She said, privatization is now a full-fledged policy. Apart from a few core industries, everything else will be privatized. She said the national monetization pipeline, 6 lakh crores she is going to raise in 3 years by selling off old ports, old roads, old airports. And these sums will be used for a massive new infrastructure program. She mentioned the fact that there are all the new labor codes which have been put into 4 new laws. What do we see? Almost 1 year later, the labor codes have been signed by the president, but they have not been notified. The government is funking the reforms. Because of the farmers' agitation, it does not want to be seen once again as a government that is somehow favoring the rich, is against the masses, is against labor, is against farmers. It doesn't want to be seen in that particular way. Therefore, I think you will find an emphasis on the government wanting to help this section, that section, that section. There will be this increase in plan outlay, there will be this increase in subsidies, there will be that increase in loans to this particular sector. I don't think you are going to see a reformist budget. Because whenever you have reforms, the short term you will be certainly hurting some people, even if there are long-term benefits. So right now, I would say the emphasis is on winning the election. The emphasis is extremely strong. In fact, I would say one reason why Modi gave way 3-4 months before the election was he didn't want to be seen giving in just before the election. But he said, between losing face on the farmers' agitation and losing the UP election, I would rather lose face. So he did that at that particular point of time. I think that will be the same approach. So this is not going to be a reformist budget. It's not going to be a radical budget. It will be a budget which claims to be doing all kinds of things for every possible vote bank. A more conventional kind of budget. There have always been 2 aspects of the budget. One is how much money are you going to collect and how are you going to spend it. So the pattern of spending is one aspect of it. That's usually what's called part A of the budget speech. And part B will be on various tax proposals. But ever since 1991, the budget also became a forum for announcing policy decisions for the coming year. Historically, that didn't take place. Historically, the budget was not a place for announcing economic policy for the coming year. But from 1991, it began to take on that role. And many finance ministers, including Nirmala Sitharaman, have sketched out new reform initiatives in a budget speech, even though strictly speaking, it is not a budgetary matter. So I would say that, as far as when you say things happened during the year, yes, as the spending issues change, like, COVID changed all your spending priorities. As your revenue issues change, there may be a great shortfall or there may be a huge surplus of revenue in the first 6 months. Yes, you do make these adjustments. So those kind of budgetary adjustments have always been made, and you will find the supplementary demands for grants is very, very common. And, it is not unusual for it to happen this year. So those things happen. But in particular on the policy side, I would say right now they will avoid making policy announcements. And much later in the year, once the state elections are over, may we see some policy initiatives then? Yes, I think that may well be the case. They will keep their powder dry for now, wait for the elections to be over, and only then will they fire a bullet or two afterwards, later in the financial year.